Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to
Yeah.
Air College Football Preview, full studio. It's been a long time since we've had this many people here. We got a full crowd behind us. Very excited. We've got us four, myself, Cole, Joey, and Hunter here at the desk. And then Chase and Levi there in the crowd almost. Very exciting, very exciting episode today. We got a lot of college football to talk about. Unfortunately, I myself am much more of an NFL guy, so I cannot speak as much on the college side of things. But luckily, on your left, my right side of the table, we have a Sharp wearing a purple.
We are here.
Oh.
We
look
here.
sharp today.
We are ready.
We look amazing.
We are ready to talk college football.
Yes.
We are ready to talk about the guys.
Boom.
We are ready to talk about anything that's going to happen tomorrow.
Anything with an oblong shake brown ball. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to cover. We're very excited to get through it all. Hunter, why don't you kick us off with the first game you'd like to cover?
All right, the first game I want to cover, the best game of Week 5, the number one game to be watching on primetime television. We have the Red River Showdown.
Oh, that's an exciting one.
Between the
That's exciting.
Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners.
That's right. All right.
There's one thing you got to know about Texas. They have Quinn Ewers, the guy, the dog, the man,
the myth,
the legend.
Boom.
And here's where we're going to stay on it. I hate both of these teams, okay? Being a Big 12 guy, being a Texas fan, being a secondary Iowa State fan, I have no problem hating on both of these teams. It's always horns down,
Horm downs.
horns down,
Horm downs.
and boomer losers, baby.
That's right.
That's the way
right.
we're going about it. I see Quinn Ewers and the Texas Longhorns losing
Oh my
to
goodness.
Oklahoma Sooners.
Oh my goodness.
Oklahoma's got a good defense, but it's not gonna match. Wait, no, they will match. It will match to Texas's offense.
Yes.
They got the linebacker, future round 1 pick in the draft,
Yep.
Danny Stutzman.
A man to look out for in this game,
You
for
could
sure.
call him Danny.
Danny.
Stutzman. Danny. Dimes! That's what I'm saying. Right now, I'm calling Oklahoma Sooners to beat Texas. Will I think it happened? No. Do I want it to happen? Yes.
Interesting.
What do we got on this pick, Cyclone?
Over here, I think I am looking at this game very, very thrilled. Over the last 5 years or so, this game has not failed us. Like, this has been a game to watch every single year, it appears. We're going up with a number 3.
This is the Iron Bowl of Big 12.
It is 100%, and this is the reason the Big 12 has been a conference to watch, essentially, with both teams leaving for the SEC. So, with
Could
all
not be
things-
more proud about that. Could not be more happy with that.
Hey, yeah, shout out to Oklahoma and Texas.
Especially with Texas beating Alabama. I do not want any Longhorns in our stadium come end of November. I can tell you that right now. I'm terrified for that game. I am horrified. My dad is going to come down. And if my dad comes down and he tells me, he's like, why am I sending you money for tuition when you can just lose to the Longhorns? So I'm telling you right now, I want the Longhorns to go down.
I myself will hope for the same thing. Iowa State's basically secondary motto behind, what is our like? Is it just go clones? Like, we don't really
Roll clones!
There it is. That's right, boys. And guess what? Our
Go
secondary
Weather!
motto is horns down, baby. So guess what?
down!
Yeah! Go Sooners!
Yeah!
That's exactly right. Sooners are taking this one, in my opinion. Joey, do we have an opinion?
Other fellow Dyke clones, what do you have to offer?
Wow.
Joey, what are we
You know
doing?
what? Those Longhorns are fake.
Fake.
They're the most fake top 10 team in the nation.
Nation.
Get them out of there, Sooners!
Okay, so we're
We
3 on the
love it, we
Sooners.
love it, we
Yeah.
Mr. Cole Cremines, what are we
Mr.
looking at?
Colton Means, Mr. Red John Lennon, who do we have?
I hate to ruin your guys' circle jerk.
Oh.
As much as I love the Iowa State. I love the Iowa State Cyclones.
Come on, Greg!
Can I talk? As much as I love the Iowa State Cyclones,
Cyclones.
Oklahoma Sooners almost lose to the Iowa State Cyclones, and you expect the Texas Longhorns.
It's my double.
Okay, first half. What happens?
call of
What
the year.
happens first half?
Wackest call of the year goes to Poker
It's
Me.
college football. One half of a game or two halves of a game.
It's 4 quarters of
Yeah,
football, and you
yeah.
have to take in every quarter into
Lot of
account.
football.
Yes.
Okay, so sounds like you're leaning in
I'm
the
taking
orange.
the fucking Longhorns, baby. Boom.
Yeah, you're gonna get
Fuck
no
no,
support from
Bill.
that one.
Yeah,
We've
well,
got from
I'm
our other
alone.
side of the room here.
I'm alone.
What do
I'm
we
alone
got
and I
from
love it.
Mr. Chase?
What do
over
we have
here?
from the bench?
You know, the line is 5.5. Texas being favored. I really like that line. I like it a lot, actually. I'd almost take them up to 9.5. I will definitely be hammering that line tomorrow night.
Okay.
For UT?
Against the spread.
Oh, yeah.
I already have,
Texas,
buddy. I'm on the same
5.5.
page.
Roll.
Okay.
This is the first time in my entire career that I have been a Sooner fan. And I will take this to the grave. I want the Sooners to win so bad. And if they do, I might even get an OU tattoo on my ass.
Wow.
I'm putting it out there right
I
now.
really hope this happens.
Levy. What do we got?
Wrap it up.
We're playing on neutral ground too. You guys know that, right? There's no home field advantage. They're playing.
Yep.
So if it was in Oklahoma, different story. Neutral ground, Texas wins. I mean, I think 5.5.
Texas is the number one team in the nation.
All right,
it's
it's
generous.
3-3 on that pick. It's
Okay.
3-3 on that
We're all
pick.
tied up.
That's fair. We can call that.
The game is split 33, and 3. The
Interesting.
whole entire how they play each other.
Yeah,
history
last
is
6 or 7
33,
games.
3 and 3.
Very different from how the Cyclones played the Sooners.
Fair.
That's an embarrassing line if you've ever looked at that. But
Exactly.
so
Now,
Nicholas asked me last weekend.
I did.
He says, "What do you think Iowa State will do against the Sooners?"
I said
the
this.
Sooners will come sooner, and they'll come harder than they ever have before all over the Cyclones. And he goes, "I can see Iowa State winning this." Well, the most delusional pick, the most delulu pick I have ever heard out of anybody ever.
I think Iowa State is a number 1 underdog.
All right, we'll get to
ever.
Iowa State.
Iowa State is definitely on the slate. But moving forward, Hunter, what are we looking at for our second game?
All right, the second game. We got the number 1. Georgia.
They're not wolves, but okay.
Versus. we got to go with the other team. The number 20.
Okay.
University of Kentucky.
UK. Bring those Brits.
Yeah, we don't even know their mascot.
No.
They're the
Bobcats?
Wildcats, right?
Wildcats.
Yeah, exactly.
Wildcats.
If we don't even know their mascot, Georgia's going to win.
I just call them the Brits.
This is not basketball season, pal.
Yeah.
Here's where I'm standing on this game. There is 3 undefeated SEC teams right now.
That's correct.
We have Georgia, we have Kentucky, and we have the Dogs in Missouri, Mizzou. So here's where I'm standing.
Okay.
There is no way Georgia will lose this football game.
Okay.
Georgia Bulldogs are the Georgia Bulldogs. They beat the number 2 team in all of the nation last year, 65-7. Do we know who this team was? We have no idea.
I would consider them to be
didn't,
frauds.
Didn't I would agree. The fraud frogs.
The TCU frauds.
Oh! That was such a bull.
We are
crap
only going to remember
undefeated
the
team
national
ever.
champ. No one is ever going to remember the Fiesta Bowl, which is terrible. It is terrible. But here's where I stand.
Everyone's going to remember TCU losing.
It's in the record.
Are you
books.
speaking of the Fiesta Bowl when the Iowa State Cyclones beat the shit out of the Oregon Ducks? Or
Oh, yeah. See, no one remembers that.
Clones!
I'm talking about where Michigan got their shit ran through by the Texas Christian University Horned Frogs.
Hey,
Oof.
horn frogs
We'll
down.
get to that game.
Regardless.
I think this is a huge turning point for Georgia. They
Yes.
keep on losing in the first half, but they always figure it out after intermission.
Okay.
So I think this is the turning point where Georgia starts winning in the first half and they win in the second half.
Wow.
Anything to add?
See, me looking at this game, Georgia hasn't looked up to their number one snuff that I would have expected after the season they had last year, winning by a grand total of a ridiculous margin to basically scoreless. You would expect them to come out and win every game by 50. They haven't necessarily done that. But looking at the Brits here, UK does not look up to the snuff of the Dogs. I think Georgia comes out and they just absolutely lay the wood. Quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a no showdown game. This is a Georgia game through and through, in my opinion.
Kentucky's going to have a bad one. Cole Cremines.
What about last week when the Georgia Bulldogs almost lose to a fellow SEC team?
All right, this is fair. This is fair.
is
Chase,
my-
you want to come in? Chase, say what you need.
Yeah, so this game's only a 14.5 spread against with Georgia being favored. Kentucky's a wagon this year. I think they're a really solid team. Georgia's not the same as they were last year. They don't deserve the number one spot for sure. That 14 spot is a little weird. It's 2 touchdowns. I could see Georgia winning by 2. Kentucky could cover very easily, but I do like Georgia to win the game money line wise. Although
You want Kentucky to come.
I would love to see Kentucky win this game. Georgia's fraudulent this year. I don't know if they could even make
All
the
right.
playoffs.
They've played
Chase and
no
I
one.
are on the
All
same
right, so-
wavelength.
They've only had one tough
Who have
game.
they played?
They've had one tough team they played with. They played UT Martin. They played these random teams, and they've been close games, and they played South Carolina. Tough game. They almost lost. They won 24-17 or 24-15 something, but they've really played nobody. They lost their 35-year-old quarterback last year. He's gone. So they really are not returning. They're not returning anybody,
fair.
you know?
That's fair.
In Kentucky, what they did to Florida. Florida's a decent team. What they did to Florida last week, kind of gross. Kentucky looks good. I mean, they are good.
Okay.
It's going to be a close game.
Expert analysis from the
Joey
sideline.
Mayer
here. I
of
love it.
Ames. What do we have to add?
I think Georgia's gonna beat them, but I think Georgia is a fraud, very glass ceiling number 1.
So Georgia's the new TCU?
So
Is that
did
what
we
you're
get an
saying?
official pick out of Mr. Redshirt here?
Well, if we're talking spreads, I agree with Mr. Maloyster, and I'm going the Wildcats to cover.
Okay.
Oh.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. Lock it in.
14,
Lock it in.
14 and a half's a lot of points.
That's a
Bet
lot.
your
That's a
rent.
lot
Bet
of
your
points.
rent on Kentucky to cover. That's where we're going.
Not rent.
Like
Let's go booze for next week. And
We'll go
then-
boost the next. Put $30 on her. Put $30 on her.
This is not financial advice.
Or in any capacity.
But this is
college football play day.
college football. Woo!
Yes.
Got a Big Ten matchup.
Moving forward, yes.
All
Our
right.
next game of the week.
Chase, this is going to be great. I want to hear your point of view on this.
Chase is a diehard Hawkeye.
We got
absolutely
the
embarrassing.
undefeated
Okay.
Maryland
Yes.
going up against number 4
Number 4.
Ohio State Buckeyes.
Buckeyes.
I know nothing about the Big Ten. I'm gonna be honest with everybody here. I know nothing at all about the Big Ten. But all I can say is that Ohio is Ohio.
Ohio's going to be Ohio, too.
Yeah.
There is no
They're
changing.
Ohio
Fair.
State.
Fair.
Ohio State.
And Ohio State, I think it's a home game. Correct?
Ooh, I can't.
All right, I think it's a home
I
game.
can give you.
We're going to get some expert analysis.
We
on
will
that.
get some expert analysis. We'll be back with those statistics. So I think Maryland is going to lose to Ohio. I think it's going to be 21-28. I think it's going to be a
Ooh.
close game.
We got a
but
score call.
We do have a score.
Whoa.
Levi, where are we coming
put a
from?
dollar on
Yeah,
that.
let's get a Big Ten network
Levi
analysis.
has that exact same call.
Absolutely, it's gonna be a close game. This is the best Maryland team ever. They look good. Ohio State
Serpents,
looks
right?
good. It's gonna be a close game, but Ohio State is Ohio State. They're gonna win. They're gonna
Yeah,
find a way
exactly.
to win.
Ohio State
They'll
is
find a way.
not going to be losing.
I mean, look at the Notre Dame game. They're gonna find a way to win.
yeah.
Chase, what do we got over
Okay, so both teams are undefeated, actually, believe it or not. Maryland being 5-0, Ohio State being 4-0.
Fair?
I believe the spread, I haven't been able to find it. I believe it's around 19.5. Maryland's a very solid team this year. They're not ranked yet. I believe they deserve to be.
They should be ranked.
They have Tua's younger brother, Talia, something like that.
Yeah, something
Talia
like
Tagovailoa.
Yes.
Yes, sir. They're a solid team. The 19.5 spread's a lot of points. I think Maryland covers it. Ohio State's a really solid team. I think they're probably the number 3 team in the nation instead of 4. But Maryland, they can put up points. They don't play around. They've had a good, solid 5 games. I like them to keep this within 19.
Okay.
For sure. They're definitely.
For sure.
But what's crazy
But
about this game?
Ohio State I think they will come up on top this game. I don't think they'll win by more than 20.
Okay.
It'll be good, though.
Got you.
One thing that I'm feeling about, Ohio is the only state with a flag that is not a rectangle. Okay.
Oh.
This
Wait,
is
what shape is it, please?
It's kind of a triangle with a bite cut out of it.
Okay, can we take a second? I would like to get a poll on the room here. If we had to pick one state and say this is the most circular state in the nation, what state would it be? My pick, by far, it's Ohio. I mean, look at it. It's basically a circle with a little dent in it.
I mean, that's fair. That's a fair call, but
It's a
I would
fair take.
honestly
It's got
say
a
if
flat
we
edge
picked
on top, but
one island out of Hawaii.
It's the whole
No,
state.
it's the whole state.
It's the whole state.
you can't just take one island.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's a misunderstood. Okay. Move
Okay,
forward.
that's fair. But I think a bite out of Ohio will lose to any square shape with a bottom tier or south border that's different. I'm taking Arizona.
Okay.
You know what?
know
I'm
if I can
gonna
get
say
behind
New Jersey.
Interesting.
That's like a triangle.
What?
2 bites taken out of that circle.
Yeah.
You know,
It's on a deeper level.
Okay.
I hate to be generic for the show here, but I have to go Iowa. That eastern border is almost a quarter of a sphere.
If every state was a pill, Iowa would be the easiest to swallow. I'm telling you that right now.
What about Montana?
I think you forget about
That makes sense. That's yeah.
It does. I mean, like Vermont.
Did you just come up
New
with that?
Jersey or Delaware, maybe.
Yeah.
Vermont.
Idaho. They're small, skinny. I mean,
Every state maxes out at 25 milligrams.
Or what about Massachusetts?
Rhode Island.
Back to college football.
I would love to give my take on Ohio State, Maryland.
Yes.
All right.
I would-
All right. I want to hear
Let's
Coles.
see it.
Coles, bring the energy.
Maryland,
Maryland,
fraudulent.
fraudulent.
Ohio State, number 3, a true undefeated.
Call them own.
Maryland, hardest pill to swallow as a
Wow.
state. Continue.
My original thought, what was
Because they're
it?
separated, right?
19 and a
You
half,
got VC
right?
in there.
19 and a half. My original thought is, all right, we're going to get a value pick for people overvaluing Maryland being undefeated. But me and the sports books are on the same wavelength. And I still think Ohio State is going to win by more than 19 and a half.
Here's another reason why I think Maryland's going to lose. Commanders lost to the defeated Chicago Bears last night.
They did.
I can see Baltimore losing to.
What? This is a college football show.
Ravens are not
I'm
gonna
just
lose
saying
to
it's going to be a
Steelers.
bad. It's going to be a bad look. It's going to be a bad look for the state of Maryland. come
Ravens are
tomorrow.
gonna. Okay. College football.
Yeah. All right. Let's not get off track here, and I'll wrap it up with Ohio State and Maryland here. I do think Maryland is valued at 5-0, right?
Is anybody here raise their hand if they're taking Maryland? And nobody raises their hand.
I will personally say I will not take the bet. It's Ohio State's a scary team. They're
very good.
They'll either win by 30 or it'll be really close. That's
Okay,
what I
that
would
sounds
say.
fair.
And
that
I've
sounds
got-
fair.
I
Bucks by
love
40.
Maryland to keep it close.
Bucks by 40.
Yep.
fair.
Okay.
40's insane. That's an insane number.
All
Moving
right.
forward.
We got our next one. We got number 10. No.
Crowd's going crazy back there.
We got him going against the barely ranked Louisville. Yeah, okay.
Cardinals.
Oh, you know how
Cardinals,
silent it
what?
was. Oh, yeah, sorry. I wasn't going to say that.
Lamar Jackson played there.
Yeah, I'll let you have that one. That's on you.
We're going to go based off quarterbacks for this one. Sam Hartman, very hot guy.
Yeah. Well,
Every female I talk to knows who Sam Hartman's name is. Okay? But Louisville.
Hot guy.
Hot guy. I wrote that on the sheet. But Louisville's quarterback is Jack Plummer. Very clutch quarterback.
yes.
Is he a fucking Mario Bro or what? Yeah.
He is Jack Plummer. Hopefully he doesn't deal with shit this weekend.
That's facts.
And I'm
If he
saying
does,
right
though,
now, if it's a close game in the fourth
know how to
quarter, if it's a close game in the fourth quarter, Louisville will have a game-winning drive.
Really?
Yes. I'm
Didn't
saying
didn't
that
Notre
right now.
Dame lose on a game-winning drive?
They did, but
Exactly.
they only had 10 men on the field.
True. I saw that.
It's a tough call. It's a tough call.
That sounds like a coaching problem.
False. It is
It
not
is.
a tough call.
Oh, okay.
Notre Dame
Good call.
beats
Notre
Louisville.
Dame, number 11 Notre Dame almost pulls off the upset on number 10. Apologies. Number 10 Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Almost pulls off the upset on number 3 Ohio State with Sam Hartman at the helm. And who are we looking at? Number 25 Louisville.
Louisville.
Give me a
tough
negative
call.
6.5.
It should
Minus
be
6.5 spread. Notre Dame.
Jack Plummer. Bro sounds like he should be a quarterback for like one of those 2010 Mizzou teams that sucked.
Fair.
Hey, don't diss NCAA FB, okay? It's a good game.
Come on.
That's fair. Do we have anything from the bench?
You know, it's a 6.5 game in favor of Notre Dame.
Doesn't feel like
I'm
enough.
going to take Notre Dame.
I don't think it's enough either. Louisville hasn't played many solid teams this year, but bad teams they've blown out of the water. They kill them. They've been playing very solid, but they've also had some close games. I like Notre Dame here to win by over 7.
Okay.
Interesting.
Levy
Agreed.
from the corner.
Yes.
We don't need to talk about it too much. Notre Dame wins this game. By,
There it
by
is.
a
It
million.
feels,
Yeah.
it feels
Okay.
obvious. It feels obvious.
That's fair. That is fair.
Next
we
up.
have-
I think 10's disrespectful to them, to be honest.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Really?
They
100%.
lose to an Ohio State team who I think is probably a top 4. They are ranked 4, but they're
But I'm glad that they are ranked to the next team that we're going to talk about. Alabama. The Crimson Tide. And then we got the Texas A&M Aggies.
Upset alert.
Ooh.
Wow.
But I'm calling it too. I'm calling it too. We have boots on the ground. We have Riley Briggs. He's going to the game. Anytime Riley Briggs shows up, Texas A&M upsets Alabama. He has gone for the past 2 games, and each time, his past 2 games, should say past 2 years,
Yes.
but each time, A&M has defeated the Crimson Tide.
Interesting.
Nick Saban, get the hell out of Alabama. You are washed, you old man.
Wow.
And
Nick
this,
Saban is the Bill Belichick of college football right now.
Yep.
He is. He is.
this is going to be my value pick of the week for you sports bettors.
Value.
You can get Alabama at minus 110 against an unranked Texas A&M Aggies right now. Think about that. Feels like a trap. Might be. I don't think it is.
Spread was 1 earlier in the week. It's moved up to 2.5 in favor of Alabama.
I'm calling Aggies.
Yeah. Hey,
I think you are
Former
insane.
Big 12 team?
This is an unranked Texas A&M team going up. Alabama they're not the same as they have been in the past few years, but it's still
draft day.
Alabama.
Johnny
But
Manziel.
that game is
Bob,
always
you
good.
little-
That
how
game,
am I the man
that game
still?
is always good.
I think you're right. This game is always good, but this is a game where Alabama has to hammer.
This is not in Alabama. This is
Johnny
in College
Johnny
Station.
football.
I
his
don't
blood
care
runs through.
if it's in
The
College
Aggies.
Station in Alaska. Doesn't matter. Alabama hammers them. It's going to be over a touchdown game. Easy.
Over a touchdown game.
2.5's a steal. It's a
Yeah,
steal.
over a touchdown by the Aggies.
Money line, you take them.
Give me alternate spread Aggies by 45.
I'm taking Alabama. Alabama's going to win
Don't take
by
that
more
bet.
than 4. I can tell you that right now. Alabama is going to lose. Yeah, lose by less than 4. Levy, what do we got to add?
Alabama wins, man. They can't lose 2 years in a row to Texas A&M.
Value
They
pick
will
number
lose
one.
2 years in a
No
row
one
to
can lose
I love
2
it.
years in a row to Texas A&M.
I love
It's
it.
the new Michigan-Ohio State matchup. I'm telling you right now, the Aggies are going to take it home by more than 4. Anything else to add? On the
Looking
bench?
at this game, we know Texas A&M will play Alabama tough. We've seen this in the past.
Fair.
Right? But we also know Alabama is 4-1. I believe the Aggies are 4-1 as well. This is the final year of the 4-team college football playoff. If Alabama wants a sliver of a chance, they're going to have to win this game. And guess what? The pressure's going to get to them.
The
This
pressure's
is
gonna
the
get to 'em.
final. I mean, we've seen some slip-ups from Saban in the past, but nothing quite
Choke.
like this year.
Choke.
And we
Choke.
are going to see the Aggies come through come this game. I don't think
I
it's
was
going to
about
be
to say
that close.
Saban's in the hot seat, but Saban has probably the most.
He is the most secure
He is
seat
the
in
most secure coach I think I've ever known in my entire life.
That's a hot take.
Maybe next to Bill Belichick. But he has job security, and I think he'll be fine. But I cannot see Alabama. I can't see Alabama winning this game. but I cannot see them winning it by more than 7.
Can I test your guys' football knowledge?
Yes, you can.
Let's
Who
go.
did Alabama lose to?
Iowa State. I'm just joking.
Alabama did not lose to Iowa State. Alabama lost to Ole Miss.
No,
Texas.
Last year was Texas.
Oh,
Texas would be
yeah,
correct.
okay, yeah,
the number
that's-
3 team in the nation. It's not a bad team. Texas
great
is
team.
still a good team.
But
I think
Alabama.
Yeah,
has
Alabama
looked
probably
rough.
won to what? Vanderbilt.
Yeah, they have not looked great.
Mississippi Tech State University Technology.
Of the Southern.
Chase, give us the rundown, play by play, game by game.
so. First game is Middle Tennessee against Alabama.
What was the score? What
Middle
was the score?
Tennessee, I would like to say, phenomenal team.
Phenomenal
For
team
their
to say.
division.
Well,
Underrated.
here we say it's 56-7.
Okay, that's
That's a
fair.
lot of points.
That's fair.
So then
like a
next
fraud.
week,
That's an
Georgia
Alabama
final.
score. That's an Alabama score.
the second game they play Texas. They lose 34-24. 10 points. Not a huge deal. That's nothing big.
Okay, that's fair.
They come back. They beat South Florida only by 14. Whatever.
Only by 14 to South Florida.
Then
though.
they have a get right game against Ole Miss, win by 14. Number 15 team in the nation, Ole Miss. Then they come back, Mississippi State, who Alabama was only favored by I think like 3.5 that game, and they win 40-17. They kicked the living shit out of them.
Okay, that's fair.
They come to this Texas A&M game still ready to prove themselves, still ready to get into that college playoff. They got to prove something here. They got to kill them. They got to kill them.
They have to.
Fair.
They're on the chop block.
2.5 is a flippin' joke.
This is why I'm saying this is the value pick of the week.
You have
Just
to
like
take
it was
You
last
have to
week.
take it. You
Just
know
like
what?
it was last week.
I might throw 200 on it right now, just
Wow.
cause.
Lock it in, Chase.
Do it, Chase.
Lock it in,
Everybody's
boy.
like, not a financial
Hey,
decision.
alternate
No,
spread.
he won't. He will not do that.
You're right. I will not.
Okay, Hunter.
We got the one, the only, LSU.
Okay.
Number 23. Not the one and only, I guess. Not number 1.
Well.
Definitely.
They are the only team that's named Louisiana State University. Like, I can give them that.
Yeah, I
Fair.
guess so. And they got
That's-
Livvy Dunne.
That is a fact. She does go there.
Baby
Fair.
Gronk.
And Baby
Baby
Gronk.
Gronk.
And Baby
Yeah.
Gronk.
Rizzing.
Who's else you have?
Number 21, Mizzou.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mizzou.
I like Mizzou.
I like Mizzou a lot, too.
You like him too?
I fucking love them. That telephone bowl with Iowa State. Why'd they take that away? Tell me.
Brady what?
Somebody tell him.
Brady what? Brady let him cook. I'm calling Brady Cook to run circles around LSU and Jane Daniels. I don't think there's any reason why Missouri should not take this home for the win.
Just checking in, is this the same Missouri team that plays Iowa in the Insight Bowl every year against the LSU Tigers that plays for SEC championships every year?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Just curious.
you-
Are,
Do you know
are they
how much
looking at a
stuff-
championship at number 23?
Do you know how much stuff switches up over the past year?
I mean, look at 1 year ago when the Frogs were considered to be one of the best teams in the nation.
And now they suck.
Get blown out by 60, and then they go and lose to a 1-11 Colorado team.
We beat
Things
Michigan.
change in a year, Cole.
We beat Michigan, but that's beside the point.
Things change.
Now look at us. We lost to West Virginia. Yeah, exactly.
No comment. No comment.
Good.
Damn
So
right,
what's your
no.
pick then after your realignment? After realizing the Horned Frauds may suck a year later?
I want LSU. Softly spoken.
As
Very
much as I
truthfully.
as much
No.
as I just shit on you,
No.
I am also going to take LSU here.
This is my game of the week. I think
Wait,
this
wait,
is
wait,
this
wait,
is going to be
wait.
the best matchup that we have out of all of these teams that we're calling.
okay.
What else you got to add? Jeff?
Mizzou. That's all I gotta say.
3 of them.
Mizzou,
Three times.
Mizzou, by a field goal.
All right.
By a
Yep.
field goal.
And the sideline. What do
And
we
my
got,
cousin
boys?
played volleyball.
So LSU is favored by 5.5 this game. They're not ranked as high. Missouri hasn't played anyone this year. They've played, looking at their schedule, yep, it adds up. They've played absolutely fucking no one. They've won all these games pretty close. They beat Middle Tennessee by 4. Come on. LSU has lost some tough games, but they are still LSU. They've lost a lot of players, but it's still the same LSU. 5.5. I'll take it out
Remind
there.
me, didn't Baby Gronk decommit from LSU?
Baby Gronk never died. They never gave him an offer. Baby Gronk's a bum.
Oh, wow.
Who the hell is Baby Gronk?
He rizzed up Livvy.
He did.
He banged her out.
Banged her out. He banged her out.
Shit to say.
Wow.
All right, Levy, what do we got? What do we got?
I think if we had to pick a fraudulent team, it's Mizzou. So I got
Really?
Oh, like you said, they've played nobody. They're a fraud.
I love it.
It's
fair.
Yeah,
I love
LSU
it.
Wins.
Fair.
It's in my favor.
I don't want to sit by you guys anymore. I need to sit over here.
This is wild.
Sick of you guys.
We got nothing stopping you. There is absolutely nothing stopping you.
Yeah.
All right.
We got one more game
We got two more games.
Before the big game.
before the big game.
Before the big game.
Before the big game.
Yes.
I know absolutely no knowledge about these teams.
This is going to be
Same.
big burden on the sideline to pull up some stats here to give us some
This
context.
will be a big burden. This is a Mountain West matchup. Big game to switch the entire motion power of the Mountain West. Besides Air Force.
Yes.
Because Air Force is not included in this game.
Facts.
We have number 4 Fresno State versus
Well,
unranked.
Is it the fourth?
Oh yeah, sorry, 24.
Okay.
Number 4.
You said it again.
We have number 24 Fresno State versus Wyoming. What do we got?
Is Fresno in Arizona?
Fresno's in California, right?
California.
Yes, California.
Yeah, that's the.
Right,
That's
so
the
if
place,
I don't know what they are, why are they gonna win?
well, that's the place.
Here's
they
the
went.
only reason I think they're going to win.
That's no. Let me
Can
say.
you point out Wyoming
Okay.
on a map?
This is where they went for, or they were.
Right about.
This is where they wanted to go on the honeymoon in Monsters vs. Aliens.
Fresno State.
Fresno.
Okay. I mean, that's a wild-ass
Really?
call.
Oh, because he was gonna become a. What is it?
Weatherman.
Weatherman, yeah.
Yes.
The reason I'm taking okay,
Meteorologist.
It's a tough call here. Fresno State Bulldogs.
Ooh.
What's the one team that we know about Bulldogs?
Georgia.
Mr. Georgia.
Exactly. Or Drake, but Drake's D2, so we
Well,
don't. Georgia. So we have Georgia Bulldogs going up against the Dallas Wyoming Cowboys.
Dallas.
What?
Why'd you say Dallas?
Wyoming Cowboys. That's their mascot. Is the Cowboys.
Why'd you say Dallas?
Not sure how they're related.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
not at all.
They have the same
there-
mascot.
Is there a Dallas in Wyoming?
There might be. There probably is.
There's probably is.
Before we make any picks here, because nobody knows a single thing about this game, let's turn it to the sideline and see what Mr. Chase and Levi have to say here.
Oh, Levy's got something.
Fresno State definitely wins because they beat Purdue at the beginning of the year, and Purdue beat the fuck out of Iowa tomorrow. So I'm gonna go Fresno State.
Wow, that's
I'm gonna go Fresno.
Yes.
So what I got of looking at it, I don't know the spread. I didn't look at it. But I looked at the records. Fresno State is undefeated and Wyoming is 4-1. Neither
4-1 losing to who? Texas.
I think that's actually right.
Yeah, we looked it up. We did our stats.
We did our stats.
We did our due
Wyoming
diligence.
only lost to Texas.
So, anyway, neither team has played anyone besides Wyoming playing Texas, which they lost. I think they lost by 21. I think it was 31 to 10.
Crazy stack.
But Fresno State is a very fraudulent 5-0.
Okay.
I think Wyoming is a fraudulent
4-1. So who's going to win out of
there's
the
two
frauds?
frauds.
Yeah.
I'm going to run Fresno State in this.
Ooh, upset alert. No, I'm joking.
Same logic as me.
Just-
What are you thinking?
A lot of my friends come from California. A lot of attractive people come from California.
Whoa.
Fresno State is going to win.
Okay.
That's what I'm calling right now.
Joey, do we have a pick?
Fuck that game.
Stay away.
Yeah,
Stay away.
That's fair.
All right, I have two criteria in my pick here. Fresno State Bulldogs won me money. They're also ranked in the top 25, and that is exactly why I'm taking the Fresno State Bulldogs.
Okay.
Fair enough. I
That's
think
fair.
I'm going to ride with Hunter's reasoning here. I like California as a state. USC is playing well, right? They're boosting the whole state of California.
Yes, sir.
We've got other reasons why California is a
Brock
great
Purdy.
state. Yes, Brock Purdy.
Number 5
GDP in
Purdy,
the world if they
California.
were their own country.
Puka Nakua saving fantasy leagues all over the
He's
place.
from Arizona. Oh.
He is from Arizona. Plays for
Gotcha.
the 49ers now.
But he's not from Wyoming. That's what we got to know about.
Yep,
this.
He is
exactly.
not. How many people
Is
live in
anybody from Wyoming?
Yeah, how many people live there? Like
Wyoming's
15?
Josh Allen.
Wyoming is a fraud
So
state.
one person came
Josh
from
Allen.
Wyoming.
Josh
So
Allen.
I myself will be taking Fresno State. That moves us towards our marquee.
One second. I got to change my pick here.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, we have a audible.
Yeah.
Called by Chase.
Omaha! Omaha! Green 18!
Green 18! 69! 69!
I do think this game will be awfully close. I think Fresno State should not be any close to ranked. But Wyoming will win this game. They will show Fresno is complete frauds. Fresno has played absolutely nobody, and it's awfully close with everyone besides Kent State, which Kent State fucking sucks.
Here's where it is.
You ever seen a bulldog from California, buddy?
Facts.
Yeah.
I have
You
to
always
make.
see
Watch
Cowboys
out.
in
I have
Wyoming.
not.
You know what? I'm taking Wyoming.
Give me Wyoming.
Give me Wyoming, Omaha. Give me Wyoming.
With this crap.
Fresno State being 6-point favorites here is a joke. It should be like maybe 2.5.
And it should have been 65-7, Texas to Wyoming. So I'm calling Wyoming.
With
I am
that being
calling
said,
Wyoming.
I have a confession to make.
oh my.
Though I am sticking with the Fresno State Bulldogs, when I played NCAA 14 in my career as a halfback, I thought Fresno State was an automated team. That's what I have to say.
I'm glad we were able to clear our consciousness
Thank you,
today.
God.
That
I
was.
wish we did
Hey,
not hear
we're all
that
coming
shit.
out today, aren't we?
Thank you.
And with that, Hunter.
The game of the century. The game of my senior year. The game of y'all three senior year. Levi, I do not know if you're a senior,
senior.
but he's a senior. It's the game of these 4 senior years. TCU, unranked versus unranked Iowa State.
Yes.
In Ames, Jack Trice Memorial game.
Big game for Iowa State here. This is the 100th memorial of Jack Trice's death. Obviously, it's on the mind of all the players, of all the coaches, of all the Iowa State fans out there. For those of you who do not know, Jack Trice was the first African-American player to play football for Iowa State, and he died of on-field injuries shortly thereafter his career. His career did not last very long, but we will be bringing out special jerseys, special midfield logos for this game. It's a night game. It's against TCU, who we have notoriously played quite well in the past. This is a very big game for Iowa State.
Since joining the Big 12, TCU
In 2014.
in 2014, TCU has had a winning record against the Iowa State side.
I would love to see Iowa State's record against ranked TCU Frogs.
Okay, we do
quite
not
well.
need to look at that.
We
stat.
do quite
We
well
do not need to look at
against
that.
the ranked
Are they
Frogs.
ranked this week?
They
Are
aren't.
ranked this
They
week?
aren't, but I just want to point that out that TCU seems to
I don't.
crumble. when
Hey,
they
are they
play
ranked
Iowa
this
State.
week? Are they ranked this week?
They are not.
Okay, thank you.
Neither team is. Period. We stink.
I'm going to be in the upper bowl. I'm going to be watching this game live. And if TCU does anything other than win, I will jump off the side of the stadium.
I really
I
hope
will
that
tell you
doesn't
that
happen.
right now. And I'll tell you
videotape.
that field will be named after me. And I'll have my face on some T-shirts.
Jack Trice, Hunter Lysing. Can't pronounce
fair.
it. Stadium.
I
Hunter
think
License
TCU,
Stadium.
there is no way TCU is losing to Iowa State. We should be 5-0.
Well,
We should be 5-0.
Wild take.
Wow.
Not a wild take at all. Not a wild
Living
take
in the
at all.
past, aren't
I
we?
think you're the only one who thinks that.
Not a wild take at all. We lost to Boulder. Boulder is a powerhouse.
Do you know that you guys went undefeated last year, right? That wasn't this year.
Yeah.
Here's how our defense has been working. Every quarterback we played, other than Shador, has gone under 50% completion rate.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Who's Iowa State's quarterback?
Rocco Becht.
That's
I had to be
He's a freshman.
refreshed because he's a bum, probably.
He's a freshman.
He's a
You
straight
wouldn't
bum.
know him.
He's a straight bum. Any guy named Rocco, anybody that has
Anybody who's named Rocco is automatically harder than anybody from TCU.
anybody that has
Harder as in.
like in every aspect of the word. Every single aspect.
it's fair. We
He's gonna go out there
We
and-
got killed on turnovers against Boulder. Okay?
Yeah.
Boulder has had
Because you're
Keep crying about it.
Yeah.
Boulder
I don't know
has
what
had
to tell you.
two turnovers in the
Hey,
last 4
hey.
games, both against USC.
Let's focus on this game.
Yeah. One game at a time. Let's not live in the
He's
past.
writing us off.
We beat Houston. We beat Houston away.
We ain't right back.
Great game.
Hey.
Great game for us. We beat SMU, not by a lot. Bad game. We lost to West Virginia.
Mountain Mama!
Take me home.
Country
roads.
It sounds like you're already starting to lighten the blow
yeah.
of when you lose to
Hey,
Iowa State.
hey, watch this.
Cyclones.
Hey, watch this. Ready? Iowa State alternate spread minus 9.5.
Nuts!
Damn.
He's out of here.
Bye, Joey.
Tragic.
minus 9.5.
Bye, Joey.
Go for it, brother. Go for it, brother. He's going to hammer the Cyclones, and he's going to lose his rent money. I can tell you that right now. Cole, do we have anything to
Did
add?
not see that coming.
You
at
know,
all.
okay, I have a lot of emotions going on right now. I'm flabbergasted by that pick because I disagree. At the same time, I have been known to bet for the Kansas City Chiefs, though I am not a biased bettor. But in this case, I am not being biased because Iowa State is at home at night with alternate uniforms, alternate field, and the energy is coming to Jack Trice Stadium to upset the TCU Horned Frogs. Give me Iowa State money line.
See, I agree with every single thing you've said thus far. We're at home. Alternate uniforms. Alternate field. Everybody's hyped up for the Jack Trice Memorial. The problem is, we're not going to be upsetting the Frogs. We will be defending home turf. We will be defending that favorite title. I don't know what the actual line is, but it doesn't matter.
Six
Iowa
and a
State-
half.
saying, I'm
Six and a half,
saying
minus
6.5.
6.5.
Iowa State should be favored by 30, and we'll cover it.
You look at
Go,
our losses.
Clones!
You look at our losses versus yours. It's very night and day.
Don't
Night
matter.
and day.
Don't matter. We scored 30 last week. We figured out the offense.
Chase, tell them what's good. They lost to Oklahoma. They lost to Ohio. Not the state, Ohio. They did not lose to the Buckeyes. They lost to the, we don't even know their mascot. That's what I'm saying right now.
Bobcats.
Bobcats. Oh, yeah, you do know because you were crying.
Hey, Matt Campbell, you're on the hot seat.
Yeah, you were. Yeah. He is on the hot seat, and he should be on the hot seat. It's always sunny in Ames. It's always sunny in Fort Worth, and it was always Sunny Dykes and Chandler Morris to win and beat the Cyclones. Chase, what do we have to add?
I gotta add 6.5 point favorite TCU. I love the line. I would say making this a night game and having an honor and new uniforms, blah, blah, blah. Great for them. They're going to try their best, but they are a dog-ass team.
Can we take a second?
TCU.
Fair. I don't know where the endowment
this
sits.
year.
I don't know where the endowment sits. I don't know what the donors are paying the Cyclone and Ames, but it is too much. It is way too much to buy them fresh new uniforms just to get their shit rocked by some frogs. That's what I'm saying right now.
I think we should all take a second and acknowledge the gear that Chase is wearing here. We can't
The
necessarily
audacity.
We
Chase-
can't necessarily take this without a grain of salt. We need to.
Not biased. Who won the Iowa State game?
That doesn't. That
Does
doesn't-
that have
Listen
Who
to
won the
my
Cyhawk?
reasoning,
Who
damn
won
it.
the Cyhawk?
that doesn't-
Who won the
that doesn't
Cyhawk?
shift
Who
the
won the
bias.
Cyhawk?
That
Does
doesn't
that have
shift the
anything
bias.
to do
Who
with
won the
this game?
Cyhawk? Who
What
won
are
the
you
Cyhawk?
telling me right now
Who
that
won the
because he's
Cyhawk?
wearing an Iowa?
Please just answer my question.
I will answer your question. Let me counter. How did that Penn State game go?
Okay, cool. Okay, so
what
I
does
would-
that matter?
Okay, let's
Penn
listen.
State.
Let's
Whoa,
listen.
Whoa, hey,
Let's listen. Let's listen. So Iowa scores 0 points against Penn State.
Yeah.
They're dog shit at offense. How many
They
points
are.
did we put up against Iowa State?
Not enough. I think your defense.
Did we win the game? Did we win the game?
You won the game.
We won the game.
Barely.
We kicked the living fuck out of
Hey,
you guys.
you know why you won the game?
Kicked their ass.
You know why you
Don't
won the game?
matter. Fuck Iowa State. TCU would beat Iowa by more than 7. I don't care. No shot.
Maybe 10 to 7, bro.
by
No shot. I fucking
over
hate
7
the Hawkeyes too. No shot.
over Iowa State. Easy money.
Crazy. So
Alright.
you, Marv, you're telling me,
Rent on it for
One
the
sec.
year.
Yes!
One
Marv,
sec.
you're telling me right now that because he's wearing an Iowa sweatshirt, I hate UT. I am in Texas. I go to TCU. That, I should be cheering for UT against Oklahoma? Shut the hell up. I'm going for the Sooners. I'm going for the Frogs. Fuck the Clones. Fuck the Longhorns. That's all we need to know. That's all we need to know. Cole,
Hey.
what do you have to add? What do you have
What
to add?
I have to add, me and
What
Chase,
shitty ass take do you have to add to this conversation?
Chase and I have been on the same page all day, but that is a hell of a take coming from an Iowa fan who only gets upsets at night in Kinnick when they're wearing blackout uniforms.
And by 4
saying
points.
that our alternate uniforms at night with an alternate field have no relevance.
It's Iowa State.
The only reason that Iowa beat Iowa State was because of one man and one man only. And I think we all know who man
It is a different game when you go an hour and a half east. I can tell you that right now.
Let me ask you this. Is Caden Weegan playing in this game or not?
No.
He is not. So I don't think it has any effect on the outcome of the Cyclones versus the Horned Frogs.
Valid.
Do we know when?
Not valid at all. What are you talking about?
The only reason I would like Iowa State in this game is the climate change. The climate change may play a factor. TCU is going to be cold.
They're going to be freezing.
They're going to have to
It's
stay
cold up
warm.
here.
They're going to have to find a way to stay warm.
Iowa fall is coming. It's creeping.
Guess what? If they score, they will stay warm.
Exactly.
They're gonna score a fuck ton.
Wow.
TCU, hammer, hammer.
Hammer, 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 hammer. I'm going to drop my rent right now on the fucking TCU money line. I will tell you right now, there's no way the Clones are going to lose.
Yep, exactly. Thank you. Is that it? Is we done now?
There's no.
There's no way
Yeah,
Clones
that
are
was
gonna lose.
wild.
That's it?
You
But
should
that
probably
being
step
said-
away.
Oh, dude.
Come
That
on.
is so
Come
awesome.
on.
That's awesome.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to the College Football Play Day with a full studio. It was a lot of fun. Shout out Chase and Levi for coming in.
That's
Shout out
awesome.
Joey for wearing the helmet. Shout out Hunter for bringing the energy. We love you all. We'll see you next week. Deuces!
Roll Clones!